Hello everyone, welcome to a very special interview of Mami TV, and we are joining with a very special political leader, and it is none other than the Aicc in charge for Manipur election, and it is Sir Bhakta Charan. Sir, welcome to Mami TV.
Thank you.
Sir, we have seen your presence in this election, and you have taken a pivotal role for the Congress Party in this election. And sir, what are you expecting for the Congress Party from this election?
The Congress Party has been working since long, and it is basically a Congress state. People are basically Congress minded.
Yeah.
Because 3 years consecutive 3-term government in Manipur, that implies that people are Congress minded. And people, they love the freedom. People, they love the freedom. Hard-working people. Their culture, tradition is very different and very unique. And they represent Indian culture, basic things. And the hill area people also represent that hill culture over India, all India, and all the hill areas in India. It's basically same. And people in the hill, they struggle a lot to earn their bread. And but youngsters, they are hardworking. They're working around the country. Manipur boys and girls, they're working around the country for their survival. So basically, we are working out this government has an unholy alliance.
Okay.
They are not given mandate to form the government, but still then, by hook or by crook, by disrespecting the mandate of the people and misutilizing the power and money, and they changed the culture and politics. Culture and politics was democratic earlier, and they changed the culture, Arab, Garam, and whatever is जो जिसका पैसा है उसका, जिसका पार है उसका, and they made the democracy belittle in Manipur.
Okay.
And that is why they fail in delivering goods to the people.
Okay.
They could not become responsive to the issues of the people,
Okay.
to the plight of the people, the youngsters, the women, the farmers, the working class, the tribals. They could not address properly. On the other hand, BJP, RSS type things they try to impose on the Maithai culture, on the tribal culture. But people very well understand these things.
Okay.
So Congress has to come to power to behave responsibly on the necessity of the people, and with along with the tradition and go of Manipur and wishes of Manipur, as our leader Sri Rahul Gandhi said on the day in Imphal, that we are here, or you will form government, and we work according to the necessity of the people. We will adjust ourselves with the people and formulate the policy for the benefit and development of the Manipur.
Okay, so are you certain of your claim for the absolute majority?
Sure.
Sure.
Sure, not only we are claiming, but at last 2 months, whatever survey has come out, all the top survey, internal surveys, everything, Congress has come out more than 33, 34 seats.
Okay.
Now potentiality is increasing. Gradually our non-performing candidates have started performing.
Okay.
You find some of the seats you go, what was their position? They were negative before 15 days, before 18 days. Now that people, inner current is in favor of Congress, you see change is taking place.
Okay, sir. So you have seen the toll claims made by different political parties in Manipur. So let's pick up BJP. From the Chief Minister of Manipur, and also from the State President, and also from different national leaders of BJP, they have claimed to win more than 40 plus seats in this election. And what is your response to that?
They can't get more than 13.
13?
Yes.
1-3?
Yes, 1-3.
Oh.
They can't get more than 1-3.
Okay, what is the reason? What is the reason behind it?
Reason the services.
Okay.
The services.
Okay, and okay, if that is the way, then you see, very recently, the national spokesperson of BJP, Dr. Sabit Patra, who is also the BJP election in charge for Manipur, and he has said that the Congress party, the Congress government is not coming back in Manipur in another 100 years.
वो तो कांग्रेस मुक्त भारत वर्ष बनाना चाहते हैं, पर देश को मुक्त विदेशों से तो कांग्रेस ने किया था ना. जड़ जड़ में कांग्रेस है. Congress is in everybody's hearts and mind. Congress is the backbone of the country.
Okay.
Congress is the history, if anything is there, not with RSS or not with BJP, it is Congress who has created history. So they cannot remove Congress. And in Manipur, let us wait for this result.
Okay, so you have seen the other claims made by Janata Dal United and NPP, and we can agree to this way that these are the two political parties which are also the force to reckon with, because there has been the emergence of this two political parties like NPP and JDU, and they are expected to become the power maker in the coming election. So how are you looking at the claim of JDU and NPP? What they are claiming is that none of the political party, including BJP and Congress, could manage to win the absolute majority. These are the two political parties who will be a very important power maker.
In a small state like Manipur, the individual vote counts. And in such places, the growth of small parties are evident, and it can happen. Certain percentage of vote, definitely other political parties will take, and some may have their base, some may improve their strength, but the alternate government, alternate party, from this present dispensation to the new dispensation, the only Congress party. It's only Congress party who can provide a governance. And in the eye of people of Manipur, the Congress party is very much there with regard to formation of a government in the state, and ideologically, politically, from whatever angle. But individual wise, individuals may have some choice in different constituencies. Constituencies, if the candidates are more better, more capable, then candidates may like to have their best. But fortunately, even though we have not given few seats, but we have chosen the seat, and right candidates we have given in many constituencies.
So what is your response to the claim of this NPP and JD?
Well, I respect in democracy. Some people are claiming, means I must respect them. I can't say that I do not respect their claim. But the result will determine.
Okay, so how do you look at this election? Is it a straight fight between BJP or Congress, or it is a triangular fight between BJP, Congress and NPP, or is it a quad fight between BJP, Congress, NPP and JD? How are you looking at this election?
No, as I told you, it is a fight between two forces. One is the most communal force, and one is a socialist democratic force, a centric democratic force. And as old party, Congress party, and as a party, they only believe in the party of power mongers, and they believe in capturing power. He talks of the town, or many people must be talking the BJP like will take away MLAs, this, that. This loose talk people are making about BJP party. So the fight is clearly with us. Other parties are fighting with us, because we had 30% vote last time also, and 28 MLAs. We are number one. Now also we are continuing with the same percentage of vote, and we are number one. Even though some MLA defected, but our strength in the field is as it is. And those who have left Congress, most of them are going to be defeated.
Okay, sir. So let's see the chance of forming the government after election result. You say Congress, if the Congress could manage to win the absolute majority, okay, that is one thing. If they could not, this NPF, we know that NPF will definitely win some seat in Hills, Naga People's Front. So the General Secretary of NPF has coming out strongly that they will form government with BJP on certain condition. So they are also the partner in Northeast Democratic Alliance (NEDA). So this NPF goes to BJP, and you look at JDU. JDU is a partner in NDA, so the JDU will definitely go with BJP. And you look at the NPP again. NPP is also a partner in NEDA, but somehow NPP is forming government in Meghalaya with Congress. 5 Congress MLA is now supporting the government of Meghalaya. So the only chance you have is to form government with NPP. So the BJP has NPF, the BJP has, even NPP also, they have this opportunity, and also the JDU.
I don't know exactly what would happen.
Yeah.
But NPP and JDU are like-minded party for us.
Okay.
And in the possible scenario, if there will be any political formulation required, then the like-minded people should become should respond to the call of the people. Okay, people it means that people desire is that the like-minded anti-communal forces should make the formulation, the dispensary in the governance. So that is the desire, that may be the desire of the people. So the desire of the political parties should follow the desire of the people. Political parties should always corner the political evils or wrong thought, party having wrong thought. India is a nation of thousands of caste, creed, religion, and in a state like Manipur there are thousands of tribal communities. So you need to address by the secular, centric, democratic forces, the left forces. So we are a combination of left alliance, and along with that, the like-minded people can rope in, and that should be the trend. So I do not know what would happen. After election only I can say.
Okay, sir. Sir, in the very recent visit of Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, where he alleged that Congress party in the Congress ruled Manipur for 15 years, this ban and blockade had been the main feature of this state. So now it has all gone with the coming of BJP-led government in Manipur. So how will you respond it?
Then why then ban was there on his visit day? If that is so. But
the number of ban and blockades are very less now, no?
When?
After the coming of...
Killings are less. The colonel could not be saved. Violent activities are continuing. In their own party there is blank fire. Political cadres of different parties are shot at. The government, people in government, party in government, BJP party, is indulging in the organized violence. And their base of fighting the election and aim to win the election is based with the violent approach. It's an organized way of violence. Misutilizing administrative power, police power, and threatening to the candidate, potential winnable candidate, Congress candidate from different side, is done by the behest of BJP. Is it not?
Okay, sir. Prime Minister Modi has also said that Congress had been playing a wedge between the hills and a plain. So there has been a gap between the hills and plain. Now
we are not playing any game. We equally love the hill people and the valley people. Valley people have a culture, a Maitri culture, which is a respected culture in the country. And hill people have the tribal culture. That is the oldest traditional culture of the tribals. And Congress is governed, guided by the different culture of people of the nation, and we regard respect for them. So they don't have any culture. They have only BJP RSS culture.
Okay. So coming back to the culture of Northeast and Manipur, you see very recently in the Parliament of India, the Rahul Gandhi, the leader of Congress party, has coming out strongly and demand an apology from the Union Home Minister Shri Amit Shah Singh when it's about, you know the whole story, right?
Yeah, I know the whole story.
When the political delegation of Manipur went to meet the Union Home Minister, they were asked to take off their shoes and socks, and then the Chief Minister of Manipur said that Mr. Rahul Gandhi doesn't know anything about the culture of Manipur. It's a culture to take off the shoes and socks. So how are you responding to this exchange?
It has not been the culture. Going to temple, you must remove your shoes. Going to masjid or church, that it's not required. But they have their a different type of culture. People, those who had gone, were they governed and guided by Hindu culture? In my house, if somebody entering, my house is not a temple, and I am a politician, I must respect others' culture in my house. I cannot impose them my culture. If I can wear shoes in my house, inside my house, what is the harm that you, some of the visitors, wearing shoes? In that day, the Home Minister was wearing his chappal. And others were asked to become barefoot. Is it wise? Is it a culture? Educated people, cultured people, they do not behave, the visitors, like this. That is what Rahul Gandhi pointed out. And Biren Singh, blind to the Home Minister, so he may say whatever. Maithei culture, we have respect for Maithei.
Okay, sir. After talking about the culture, now I'll be talking about another thing that Prime Minister Modi said in his speech that Manipur is progressing after this BJP-led government of 5 years, and a lot of development works have been taken place in Manipur. So, are you agreeing to this these words of Prime Minister Modi?
If it has developed, it develops per capita income. It develops human empowerment. 7,50,000 jobs, they promise. Each year 1,50,000. And no one could get a job. The government jobs were converted into contractual jobs. Means takadari system, contractor system. The destiny, the future of the qualified youngsters hanged. They became slave under the contractor. That was also large-scale appointment did not take place. With few handful of appointment, true contractor they might have done. But they did not even conduct the Public Service Commission of Manipur. Is it a way of development? Is it a way of development? Developed. Have you promised that you will supply pipe water to every houses? Is it okay? Is it supplied? How many percentage of people have been supplied? People would hill area, even pipeline has not gone to the hill in 5 years. Is it development? Farmers' procurement, MSP is not given. No market system for farmers. Is it development? Is it growth? What they have done? Here in your state, Food Right Act, you know that 5 kg rice one person should, in one individual should get. Why 4 kg rice is given in your state? I today met the poor people in Andhra, they said, sir, we are getting 4 kg rice. And many are said, we don't have card. We are not getting 5 kg rice. Is it development? Basic question. Have you done this thing? You promised that you will have free higher education for the women. Have you made one women college in your 5 years for the women? Are you giving scholarship to the women in colleges? So, what is the concept of development? I want to put question to the BJP brothers.
So what they are saying is that there has been peace now, which was not there during the Congress time.
If there has been peace, then why the organized violence is taking place? Why the candidates are threatened? Why the colonel was killed?
Okay.
Because they don't want to remove Afsa.
So this time you are mentioning about the repeal of Afsa in your election promise in the poll manifesto. So are you really serious about this promise?
Sure. See, if some of our brothers and sisters or whoever are not following the right track on the issues of public and for the area, for the region or for their community, what does it mean? Can we suppress them by using military force?
Okay.
In the process you use Afsa, but so many innocents are being killed these days. Why in Nagaland this thing happened? The poor innocents were killed.
This voting massacre.
So this is the thing that in the modern days we are saying that we are developed. We are saying that we love peace and we are having peace. If you are having peace, why not you are removing this? A question to Biren Singh and Prime Minister. Why, Honorable Prime Minister, if he is claiming that we have provided peace, in a peaceful state of affairs, why do you need this Afsa? Is it questionable or not?
Yeah, that's a question to be asked. So, sir, you are talking about the N. Biren Singh and also the Prime Minister. So, I will put one question for N. Biren Singh. Many of his supporters has called him the People's Chief Minister. And he has initiated a lot of people outreach program where he is directly connected to the people through different programs like People's Day, where he's meeting with any citizens of Manipur, and he has go to Hills Mission, go to Village Mission, and also he has got some award from some private media company like India Today. So he has got some award like the Best Chief Minister award and all. So how do you look at his government, his performance?
People have not awarded him. He may get award from some big. He can manage a award. He can manage a award. Schemes, it is very easy to declare, and any scheme come out successful. That is the question. If he is so much popular, then why today in Lamlai constituency he had gone? Lamlai or Noria he had gone. No response to the Chief Minister. People are not responding to the Chief Minister. He is rejected already. He is moving with disappointment. A popular minister, popularity is judged by the people. Some newspaper or media or some company giving award for popularity. These are all managed things. Popularity is permanent, Popularity, it doesn't determine the winning or loss. Popularity is popularity. He is never a mass leader. He was a junior leader in our party.
Yeah, he was a leader in your party.
There are many more competent and highly educated persons in our party. Maybe T.N.O.P. Maybe Mr. Okendra. Maybe Mr. Hemachandra. Maybe Mr. Meghachandra. Forget is above all. But we have series of leadership, much better than the present chief.
So you think that all those leaders that you have mentioned now are better than him?
Much better than him.
So in what respect?
Every respect.
Okay.
Every respect. They are well educated and they are confident people. They have their strong base. Series of times they have won in their constituencies. Undisputed leaders.
But why should leader like Govindas, who had been the captain of the ship, and who had been the
Govindas
NPCC left?
Govindas is a good friend of mine.
Okay.
He thought that his time is passing away. He is getting older and he cannot become a chief minister. And to become a chief minister, he was appointed as the president of the party. What more post he wanted? The leadership of the party was given to him. Now Congress is number one party in the state. He would have been the president. His possibility for every aspect would have been much higher than anyone.
So why should he?
But he had no faith in him. Someone having someone highly ambitious and not having faith in oneself says it takes such kind of decision.
Okay, so what do you think about Sri Govindas? If he had been here in the Congress party, and is there any chance for him to
definitely in future he would have been a chief minister. But now that he left his own party and gone to Congress, BJP, BJP will not make him a chief minister.
Are you sure?
I am sure. BJP has their own card. Even they are not going to make Biren Singh as the chief minister. They are in their own game plan. They are three divided houses. BJP are three divided houses. Everybody is trying to defeat this one or that one.
Okay, so that's
imagine three different chief minister candidates there, and along with Govindas, 4 chief minister candidates there.
Okay.
And they are having a different strategy to defeat each other.
Okay.
That is there.
So does Congress party miss Sri Govindas? Does Congress party miss Sri Govindas?
We do not miss him. We had an expectation from him that he would be a good man, good politician and deliver goods to the people. But he was so self-centric that in a Congress party growth period, without any necessity, he left the party. He would have been the undisputed, he was the undisputed president of the Congress party. But he could not identify himself. His position he could not judge. And I hope some people misguided him.
Okay, some people misguided him. Okay, so it's very interesting the way you're talking about Sri Govindas, and also it will be very interesting from the side of the viewers that how affectionate you are for him.
Naturally, naturally, with a great faith in mind, we appointed him as the president. But what he did, he could not come up to the expectation of the party. He fell in a trap. He fell in a trap. I could say it may be called as victimized, or higher ambitions was provocated by others, circumstances.
So it has been there has been allegation from the BJP that you have a number of working presidents.
Yeah.
So you are just delegating this post just to save from the defection of your MLAs from Congress to BJP.
We want a proper representation of caste, creed, religion. In a political party, in a democratic setup, division of power is always better. And every person should be respected. We are not a dictatorial party. We don't impose things on others.
So why do you need a number of working presidents?
What is done? The more and more work can be delivered. We can divide the work.
Okay.
That's why it is done.
So how do you interpret the another working president, Sri Korung Thang, defected to NPF?
Korung Thang was threatened. Korung Thang was threatened.
Threatened?
He himself came to me and cried.
Oh.
That I have no other way. That was the thing.
Okay.
And poor tribal, what can he do?
Okay.
He had no other way. I told him, don't contest.
Okay.
I told him, don't contest, remain in the party, work hard for the party, and party will look after you.
Okay.
Because the same thing, it was the BJP forces behind, in order to weaken Congress party. They did this through some means. They did this. But Congress became stronger. In that constituency, he is losing. Our candidate, Congress candidate, winning.
So now you have legendary political leader in Congress party like Sri Oibove, and you have the Congress presidency Sri Loken, and you have like 6-time elected, 6 or 5-time elected this Ranjit of Sungnu Assembly constituency, and you have important young leader like Bhakta Charan.
It is not time to say. In our party, the system is there. to elect the MLAs, will elect the chief minister candidate. We have many capable persons. And it is a process of the party that has to be followed.
Okay.
In that process, anyone can become.
Sir, you have seen since 2017, in 2017 election, you have fielded more than 50 MLAs as your candidate. And now in 2017 election, you could manage to win only 28 seats. And right after that, there has been the continuous phenomenon of defecting from Congress party to BJP. So this time, on 10 March, when the election result is declared, so have you taken up any initiative to save from defecting the Congress?
First initiative was there. Those who were they will not support the ideology of Congress party and they are highly ambitious. They were allowed to leave the party, and some we removed. Some we removed, those who can create confusion. Anyone who does not like Congress party, such persons are not there now in the party. And everybody has respect for their own religion and faith in God or in Christ or in Allah. They have faith. So they have taken oath in the church and the temple and the mosque, and even above all, the Kangla historical fort, they have taken the oath. Will they betray all these things? Can they betray all these things? Or anybody who will betray, what would be in the eyes of God?
But you see, sir, there has been a Machiavellian saying that the promise that was given was the necessity of the past, and what's broken is the need of the present.
Promise is different, and promise before God.
Even if they swear to God,
different. If someone can betray God and can behave in any manner, I can say he may be above God.
Okay.
If somebody thinks that he is above God, then it's all right.
So another important thing that the Bharatiya Janata Party has been alleged in the Congress party is that the 15 years of Congress led by Shri Okom Ibobi, which the Congress regarded as a golden era of Manipur, it has been criticized by the BJP that it is the era of loot and destruction. There has been fake encounter, extrajudicial killing, corruption, scams, burn, blockade. So how do you look at the performance of this 15 years Congress government and another 5 years of BJP-led coalition government?
It depends with the passage of time. The mankind develops and happenings happens. Laws are used and laws are sidelined, not used. So the world has developed. The nation has different aspects, different development activities. Man is developing. Man is busy in their bread and butter and earning. And so under these circumstances, situation is changing. Biren Singh is not instrumental in bringing any change. They are instrumental.
Do you think
they behaved in a manner to remain in power. Biren Singh could remain in power for 5 years illegally, unconstitutionally, by dividing the parties, in spite of the order of the High Court of the disqualification of the office of profit of 12 MLAs. Is it constitutional that they are continuing with the government? Either by hook or by crook. His entire time went on satisfying his colleague and other colleagues, not delivering governance.
So you are saying that Biren Singh is not instrumental in bringing any change in Manipur. And do you think that Shri Oibobi is instrumental? Do you think Shri Oibobi is instrumental in bringing any change in Manipur?
He is the founder of all the development. He is the founder of many development has taken place. The foundation of development has taken place during his period.
So how are you looking at the leadership of Shri Oibobi in the Congress party?
Oibobi is a respected person by entire leaders in Congress party, and he is a veteran person. He is a respectful person. Congress party always respect him, and all the leaders of party respect him.
Okay, despite of his aging, how are you looking at the energy that he has?
Aging is a go of the world.
Yeah.
He's energetic. You must be listening to his speeches in the election campaign.
Yeah, he has been very active in this election.
Very active. So you need not to ask me.
Okay. So, so you are expecting another role of leadership from him in the coming days?
That I can't say. He is a leader and he will become a leader.
Okay, he is.
Who will become chief minister, that does not matter.
But he is the leader.
But he is the leader and he will remain as a leader.
Okay.
In the rise of Congress party, in the framework of Congress party, he has been a leader and he will remain as a leader. Somebody may become chief minister, it doesn't mean that somebody will be above the personality of BJP.
So we have seen your speech in many of the public meeting for Congress party, and the speech is gaining more weight day by day. So since your arrival in Manipur as an election in charge for the Aicc, has your optimism grown for gaining power in Manipur?
Oh, I am not a power monger. I work for the people. Basically, I am a people's man. I work for the people. I see the necessity of the people. I see the problem of the people. I see the culture, tradition of the people, and I reciprocate. So it is a good state. I like this state. I love this state. And the people of this state. They are very good, hard-working people. And women are very much respected. Their population is very high. They believe in the work culture. So I like this state, and I like that my party should come back to power. Because this government is not delivering goods to people. I want that my party should come back to power. For that, as an in charge of this state, I am to do my best service for the party and for the people of this state. So this is what I am doing.
So
whatever I am doing, that is from my heart I am doing, not artificially. No artificial compulsion can govern or determine my activity. Only my heart can determine my activity. Whatever I say from the core of my heart.
So you are working very well here, and you are very much not just active, you are proactive here in this election. And so we have seen your presence in this election. But my question to you is that, so we have seen for a number of times that when elections are coming, the national leaders for all the political parties, be it Congress or BJP, they're coming, rushing, crowded over here. But we're facing a lot of issues, there are uncertain times for a conflict zone state of like Manipur, So by that time, there has been very less attention coming from the central leaders. Like you see in 2017, we had 100 days long blockade. And that time the central government didn't come and intervene it. So like that, what would be your presence after after the election?
Farmers were in agitation for more than 1.5 years.
Yeah.
After that, after the serious intervention of Rahul Gandhi ji, the government could succumb to the pressure of removing the black laws. 3 farmers bill that would protect against the farmers, 3 farmers. And for hundreds of time the agitation takes place, but BJP type of government, they don't listen, undermine the people's movement. But Congress always reciprocates. Congress has to respond. So Congress, I am sure, will respond to all the issues. First, the respect and empowerment of women has to be restored. And the employment of younger generation and involvement of younger generation in the building of Manipur state in every respect is highly essential. Respect for the citizens of the hill and the valley by the governance system. The system has to be developed that the people will feel proud of the government and people would have their liberty for everything. Not for the nuisance or wrong things, but they would have the liberty for many more productive things. The manpower should become more and more productive to produce more and more in every field to enrich the state and the people in the national scenario. So that we'll try to do. We'll stand with the best expectation of the people. We'll minimize the corruption level. And we'll go by the wishes of the people every time.
So when you're talking about the wishes and aspiration of the people, I think you are very much aware of the fact that the Manipuri, we have the general perception that we are feeling alienated, we are feeling neglected by the central government in a number of times. So how, since you have been very close to Manipur, as you're working very well in this election, how are you going to work on this?
I say I have become closer to Manipur by my heart and mind. So in my policy framework, whenever I will get the chance to contribute policy idea for the state or at the national level, I contribute my internal feeling, internal plan, program. Many things are there in my mind to come up to the expectation of people of Manipur. I cannot say it now. If time will prove, it can be materialized. I would like to materialize that. I will become instrumental for my party leader, Sri Rahul Gandhi ji or Sri Sonia Gandhi ji, and for the party over here in governance, I will become instrumental in giving the right direction to the government for the interest of people of Manipur.
Okay, sir. Finally, it's my last question. What are you expecting on 10 March?
10 March, the Congress government will be formed.
Okay.
No doubt about that.
Okay, Congress government.
And I am here till government permission.
Okay, till government formation.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much for giving this wonderful opportunity to Mami TV, and we are very hopeful that we'll meet once again.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.